It might not be Willy Wonka's, though these chocolate bars are worth their weight in gold. I'm Adrian Gobriel. Tonight, we are inside Canopy Growth's 15,000 square foot edibles marijuana facility as they get prepared to take their product to the open markets.
So this is called a baller, and what it is we take the chocolate nibs that you saw flattened. They go into this machine. We add cocoa butter, we add sugar, and it spins them around and smashes them against hundreds of little balls, which is what flattens out the chocolate, mixes it together, and creates a silky milk chocolate.
Welcome to the former home of the Hershey's chocolate factory in Smith Falls, Ontario, an hour east of the nation's capital. This is where Canopy Growth has teamed up with Hummingbird Chocolate to make what they believe will be the best cannabis-infused chocolate bar in the world.
So the cannabis has already been mixed with cocoa butter to be added into the product. They have different types of beans that we've sourced depending on the product.
Canopy calls this a bean-to-bar facility. Their cocoa beans, sourced from Central and South America, are brought here. The weed used in these bars is grown on site, ironically right across the street from the Smith Falls Police Department. Inside, the factory floor has ironed out all the kinks as they prepare to get these bars to licensed marijuana shops by mid-November. Edible marijuana products like these became legal across the country on October 17th, but companies still can't ship their edibles to stores until December 16th because of a 60-day waiting period imposed by Health Canada.
We're excited to bring it to market. Well, it's a high-quality product that I think will add in a layer of sophistication to the conversation about what is a cannabis edible.
Though this brave new market doesn't come without justified concerns, according to multiple medical professionals.
With edibles, there is this delay before people feel high, so there is the potential that someone may take an edible, say a small square of chocolate or something, and think that nothing's happening and they don't feel high yet, so they may then continue to take more. And then when this delayed effect kicks in, they may have some potential adverse effects from over-consuming. Whereas obviously with something that's inhaled, it acts immediately, it's less likely that you're going to do that. So the dose effect will vary depending on whether you're sensitive to the effects and how often you use.
When it comes to edibles, what do you say to parents who are concerned that chocolates, gummies might fall into the hands of children?
It's certainly an important, part of the conversation. And so if you look at, our packaging, child-resistant packaging, and packaging that is not appealing to children. The second step is to recognize that, people have been consuming cannabis edibles for some time. And, today we now have an opportunity to have a more responsible conversation about it.
At a taste testing today, Canopy showed off 3 different chocolate flavors they'll be rolling out. As for other edibles, they confirm they will be unveiling cannabis-infused sweets like gummies by early 2020.
Once these bars are packaged, they don't head straight to stores. They go to a lab where they're tested for 3 to 4 weeks before going to the Ontario Cannabis Store. They sit there for another couple weeks, and after about 6 weeks in total, they finally make it to a retail shelf. Ahead on City News, we're going to look at the buzz boom around weed beverages right here inside Canopy Growth. We're inside Canopy Growth's cannabis-infused beverage facility. It's a 150,000 square foot warehouse that the company is banking will produce some big business in the months ahead.
Equipment is capable of doing over 250 units in it.
In the United States, cannabis-infused beverages only saw a 1% revenue increase in the last year. But Canopy Growth is betting the house that they can buck that trend.
We're standing in what is a massive facility. The sheer size of this leads me to believe that you're banking on this being big business.
The infusion of cannabis at this scale, with this level of sophistication, doesn't exist anywhere in the world. So, it is a major investment we've made, but it's something that we think will pay, major dividends going forward.
Canopy Growth is planning to start with 12 different beverages once they're allowed to start being sold at retailers in mid-December. And they plan to add more drinks in the months ahead. The bevy of beverages were on display at a taste test today without THC ingredients for the media. They included flavored cannabis waters and a pop, though at the core of their rollout are these 3 cannabis spirits. They're similar to a gin and tonic or a vodka soda, but instead of alcohol, they have the active ingredients from marijuana that gives you a buzz. They plan to have them compete with top-shelf microbrewery beers at a similar price point. So how high will you get if you crack one of these open, or if you drink a 6-pack? Canopy CEO says they will have a similar intensity as an alcoholic beverage. After you drink one, it will take about 20 minutes for you to feel the effects.
We can remove the calories. We can have no hangover effect. We can give you a reliable experience that is akin to beverage alcohol, and we can make it taste great and put a great brand on it. So at the end of the day, we think over time this is going to be a disruptive and major product for this market.
It's worth noting that Canopy Growth recently bought a majority stake in the athletic drink BioSteel, with plans to add CBD, the extract in marijuana that can act as a pain reliever. CBD is still banned from major sports leagues across the world, though the company says they expect to have conversations with the likes of the NHL, NBA, and MLB at some point in the future. In Smith Falls, Ontario, I'm Adrian Gobriel for City News.